Hello there, you're with a Lonesome Gamer, and today I'm gonna play Chainsaw Warrior. It's this wonderful game of the 80s. It's a solitary game, and I think it has a great artwork. I mean, just look at this. Just really awesome. Okay, in this game we'll find also a comic book which tells the background story of the game, and it says that in New York a demon called Darkness occupied a house with its terrible creatures, lots of zombies and mutants and stuff like that. And in 60 minutes the power of this demon is so big that New York will be completely destroyed. So you have 60 minutes to save New York, and here you got the time. This is the last turn you have, and this is the board. And as you can see, it's basically only a lot of tracks, some spaces for items that you can get, some tables where you can read the results of your dice rolls, and well, that's basically it. Here you got the room cards, and now I'm gonna create my Chainsaw Warrior. And the warrior has some abilities, some values, and I'm gonna roll them out. The first one is endurance. You need that to see how long you can fight against the zombie venom which infects you before you become a zombie, or the radiation. So I roll 4 dice, and the result is my endurance value. So a 6, and the second roll is another 6. So it's a 12. Well, that's okay. Could be better, but it's not so bad. And let's go on. Here we have the rulebook. Small rulebook, but pretty clear. It's a good book. And the wounds, roll 2 dice and then add 6 to the result. So that's what we're gonna do. And that's a 7. And we add 6, so it says 13. Then it's gonna be hand-to-hand combat, and this is very important. So you roll 1 die and add 6. And well, this is very much luck based. If you roll a 1, you have no chance to win the game. But a 5, well, that's a good roll. So we have a hand-to-hand combat value of 11. This is really good. And then we're going to roll for our reflexes. They are important for the traps that you will find in the building. You roll 1 die and you add 5. So let's try it. Maybe we're lucky again, and another 5. Great. So that's 10 for the reflexes. That's a pretty good fighter. Could have a little more endurance, but the rest is really good. We roll for the marksmanship. Let's find out about that. Oh my god, this is a 1. And so this is bad. It's -2. That's what we have as marksmanship. So if we fire at zombies with guns, we have to subtract 2 from the result. But we have a good hand-to-hand combat value, so I think we can fight most of the monsters hand-to-hand. And then we can roll for the special skill. There are 6 special skills. So let's find out. Roll. And this is a 3. And that is agility. And that allows us to add 1 to our reflexes. So we have reflexes of 11, which is pretty good. Okay. Another very important thing is how much items we can carry. And there is, here we can equipment allowance. Here we are, rolling 1 die and adding 2. Okay, that's what we do. We roll, and that is another 3. So we have an equipment allowance of 5, and that allows us to take some items. Here we have 5 different sorts of items. We start with devices, hand-to-hand weapons, also the famous chainsaw is in there, heavy weapons like rocket launchers and so on, guns, and clothing. And these numbers here, 1 or 3, they show how heavy these items are. And we have an equipment allowance of 5, so we can take up to a total of 5 of this. We're going to determine randomly what item we're going to take, and I'm going to do this. Just give me a minute. Okay, so now we've equipped our fighter, and well, it was quite good. We have here the submachine gun with 10 shots, and this can be very useful, especially against doors. To shoot doors, we will need this gun. Otherwise, we had a big problem to open the doors. And we have some body armor, which might help us to avoid some wounds. We have these anti-rat capsules. This is also very good because we don't have this high endurance value. So the first time we take radiation damage, we can discard this instead. We have this smash drugs, and that's a hand-to-hand weapon. That's actually from the expansion, from the White Dwarf expansion, and that gives us +3 to hand combat for 5 minutes. That's 10 turns. It works just once, but it's a pretty good weapon. After that, we have to take some wounds. And finally, we have the laser lens. You have to take the laser lens. This is the only way to kill darkness. If you lose that, then you have to leave the building, get a new one, and go back in. And you lose a lot of time. You have to do all the cards you already did, you have to do them all again. So that's something you really don't want to happen. Okay, so I'll put some ammunition markers on these weapons, and then we're ready to go. Okay, the game itself is really simple. You draw one of these room cards. You start here with house 1, house deck 1, and in house deck 2 somewhere is darkness. You draw one of these room cards, you fight whatever comes up, or you encounter the traps or whatever, and mostly that means you roll dice. Well, actually always it means you roll some dice. And well, always when you draw a room card, you continue here with the time, and you might actually make it through the decks until you come to darkness, or you die. And that's it. It's a very simple game. So let's start. First card. Well, first, let's not forget the time here, 30 seconds. It's always 30 seconds. 30 seconds, a minute 30, 2 minutes, and so on. So let's draw the first card. And this is a trap right away. And it says spiked pit. Test your reflexes, adding 1 to the die roll. Okay, so that's what we do first. Our reflexes are really high. We have reflexes 11. And if you test your reflexes, that means you roll 2 dice. And if you roll higher, then you fail your test. Well, actually we have to add 1 to the die roll, so that means we can roll an 11. So only if we roll an 11 or 12 we fail. So let's start. Okay, that is a 9. Nothing happened. We made it over the spiked pit. So now we go on, next turn, next card. And that's our first zombie. Well, actually there are lots of zombies. That's a very weak one. It's got a combat value of 6. I have a combat value of 11. So we're gonna fight this guy. I could try to shoot him. I had to test reflexes for that, and then I could try to shoot him, but I have a very bad marksmanship, and I have limited ammunition, and because he's pretty weak, I don't see the necessity to shoot this guy. So he attacks me, so he rolls first, 6, and then he rolls 2 dice. That's an 8, so he adds these 2 dice to his combat value. 6 and 8 is 14. I have 11. I roll, I need a 3 to do. I have a 9, so I killed this guy. No problems here. Okay, let's go on. Next turn. This is a Chaos Agent. He's a bit harder. He's got a combat value of 11. E means you're not allowed to escape. You could sometimes escape. And that's a martial arts assassin. Reduce your marksmanship by 3 if shooting at him. And if you hand-to-hand by 3 if you try to hit him. So this guy is good. Okay. I could try to shoot him. For Chaos Agents, I would need a 7 or higher. You can see this number here, 6, and you need to roll higher than this number to hit him. So I need a 7, but I got a marksmanship of -2, and then I have to reduce my marksmanship by 3, so that would be -5. Actually, I would need a 11 to hit him, so I won't try to shoot this guy. But let's do the fighting then. He attacks, it's an 11. He's got an 8, so that's a 19. Okay. I have an 11. And I have to reduce my hand-to-hand rating by 3. So I have just an 8. If I want to hit him, I need an 11. This is very bad. And I don't have that, I just have a 7. Okay, so what happens now? First of all, I take 1 wound. So I just have 12 left. Then I roll on this extra wound charts. I've got an 8. Let's see here. Lose balance. -1 hand-to-hand next round only. No lucky shot this round or escape in the next. Okay, well, that's a problem. Another -1. And then time goes on. And this guy attacks again. And that's another 8. So this time I think I need a 12 or something. I have to roll very good. This is not the case. This is a 6. So it goes down 1 more. And again, we have to roll here on the extra wound chart. And that's a 6 this time, and that says no extra effects. Okay, next turn. Attacks again. Okay, this is an 11. I'm sure I don't have to roll there. So it goes down once more. And I have to roll here again on the extra wound chart. And that's a 7. No extra effect. So now... Oh, I forgot. I got this body armor here. I can use this the next time. Okay, what I do now is... I'm gonna take this smash, these drugs. Otherwise, this guy will kill me, and this is too bad. So I'm gonna take the drugs, and that gives me 3 additional for hand-to-hand combat. So I don't have to reduce my value now, because it's also you have to reduce it by 3, and so I still have now 11, and now I have a pretty good chance to hit him. Okay, he attacks again, and this time it's a 5, and now if I'm a little lucky, yes, that's a 7. So now I killed him. And I keep this +3 for 5 minutes. So I will mark this here on the time track. Well, actually I think I forgot to add the 30 seconds, the last turn. So I have to mark this on the time track. We have a 3, and here until minute number 8, we are now stronger, we are on drugs. Okay, so now let's go for the next card. Oh, time goes on, of course. Next card, another zombie. I'm gonna fight this guy, and well, I'm gonna... Second, he attacks. That's a 7. So he's got a 14, and then I'm gonna attack him, and that is a 5. Whoops. And 11 plus 5, 11 is my hand-to-hand value, remember that. And plus 3 because of these drugs, so no problems here. Time goes on. Next thing, clear. So there's... Okay, and here we have met this mutant thing. This is one of the worst monsters out there. He's got a strength of 16, and before we fight we have to take 1 die of radiation damage. But we have these anti-rat capsules. It says use once only and use immediately after the first exposure to radiation to negate the damage. So we have to use it now, and no damage here. But now we got to fight that mutant thing. Remember, we're still on drugs, so we have a... well, I'm not sure actually. We have a strength of 11 plus 3 would be 14. This is not bad, but I think first I'm gonna try to shoot it. Well, that's gonna be hard. No, I'm not. Because I need a 9 to hit. And I have a -2 marksmanship. So I think it doesn't make a lot of sense to shoot. I'm gonna check something up here. Roll 2 dice, okay. Well, actually, I wouldn't need a 9, I just needed an 8. So, you don't have to roll higher than the number, you just have to roll the number or higher. Anyway, I think that's not good for me. So now the monster attacks. It has a 16. We roll the dice. That's lucky. That's a 4, so that is a 20. And, well, as I said, I have a 14 plus... no, yeah, I have a 14 because I'm on drugs. So if I roll a 7, I kill the monster. And I did. This is an 8. So we were lucky here. We killed it. We killed the mutant thing. And time goes on. And the next one, the room is empty again. We simply roll for the wandering zombie. A 1. Nothing happens. We found a secret passage. That's a very good card. Roll 2 dice and skip up to that many cards, choosing whether to skip each one before turning it over. Okay, so let's roll 2 dice. Let's hope we roll high. This is okay, it's an 8. So now we're allowed to skip 8 cards, and I'm gonna skip them all. I don't... This is number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, that's a pretty strong zombie. 6, 7, 8. Okay, well, basically most of these cards weren't so bad. The lunatic, he could have been a problem. He can steal your items, so basically it's pretty good that we didn't have to face this guy. If he had stolen our laser lens, then we had to leave the building, and that would have been terrible. But okay, in this way we can simply move on. The next turn. Draw next card. Okay, that's a zombie. 11. And now I think I'm gonna... on the other side, I don't know actually, because I'm on drugs, so I am pretty strong. But I think I'm gonna try to shoot that zombie because he's really not so good. So actually I test my reflexes first and see if I am able to shoot him. So that's an 8. My reflexes are 11. This is lower, so no problem here. I can shoot the zombie. And well, I have to roll a 5 because here is written 5. It's very, very small, but it's written there. I have to roll a 5, but I have a very bad marksmanship, -2. So I have to roll a 7 to kill the zombie. Well, that's definitely no 7, a 2. So it was a waste. I lose 1 ammunition. And well, let's take a look here. So it says 9 left, okay. And now the zombie attacks. And well, that's a 9. Okay. He's got a 20. And I've got a 14, so I need a 6 to make it draw. And that's a 7. Great. So I killed the zombie. Okay, let's move on. The last minute until the drugs stop to work. And I can draw another room card, and that's another zombie. Okay. He attacks. He's got a 9. That's a 4. Okay, I don't even have to roll for that. It's a 13, and with the drugs, no props here. So now it comes up here, and I think, I'm not sure if it's working this time. Well, it starts at 3. So now it stops. It stops where the drugs stop here. And now I have to roll 1 die and take that number of wounds. So, oh my god, this is a 6. This is really bad. But each time a wound is indicated, roll a die. Now I use this body armor. I forgot that all the times before. So on a 5 or 6, the armor takes the damage. So I will roll 6 times, so it's 1, 2. So I take 2 wounds, 1, 2. For the next 2 wounds, I roll again, and this time it's a 5. So I just lose 1 wound, and the other takes the body armor. And now for the last 2 wounds that the drugs do, I roll again. And that is a 5, so, well, I'll take them too. Okay, I just have 5 wounds left. That's bad. And the armor took 1, so now I have to change the marker here. Here we are. So 5 left here. Okay. Okay, let's move on. A trap. Well, that's a locked door. Unless you have a lockpick, you must smash the door with a weapon or find another route by reshuffling 5 cards from the discard back into the current deck. Well, I'm definitely not going to do this. I'm going to try to shoot the door to smash it with the submachine gun, which shouldn't be so hard, but no, you never know. It's a 6 actually. So I need to roll an 8 to do this. Okay. So I'm going to try that. I'm going to roll. And this is a 7. This is not good enough. So I lose 1 turn, and I lose also 1 ammo. And I'm going to try again right away. And that's a 4. This is still not good enough. So another turn and I lose 2 ammo already. Okay, so the third try now. Bad, bad. Okay. I lost already 3 ammo. Oh, that's bad. So let's try again. And this time it's good. This is an 11, very good. So, but I lose 4 ammo. This is bad. Just 5 ammunition left. Okay, just let me see. I need a 5. Okay, I got it. Here, this is the number, the marker 5. That wasn't very successful. Okay, next card. That's another trap, an ambush. Roll 1 die. You are attacked by that many wandering zombies. Okay, that's not good. Oh, let's roll. 6. Oh my god. Okay. This is bad. You can attempt to shoot one, but must then attack the others in hand to hand. Okay. So, now we go to the wandering zombie deck and we draw 6. This is terrible. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, here we are. Well, this is not good. Especially this one is tough. 2 with a 9, they're also bad. But okay, we gotta try it. I'm not gonna shoot one of them. It's too hard for me to do this. I simply start fighting them off. And I start with this one, it's the weakest one. He's got a 6, and remember my drugs are not working anymore, so I just have a hand-to-hand value of 11, which is not bad, but it's also not that. I mean, there are 6 of these guys. Okay, so he attacks, and that's a 5, so that is definitely not good enough. I already killed this guy. Okay, and then the next one, I take one of these. The number 8, he attacks, and that's a 16. Okay, so I have an 11, means I need a 6 to kill him. Well, it should be possible, but it didn't work. And now we can try our body armor again. Didn't work either, so now I take another wound. And because that's a zombie, now something special happens. Now I take one of these zombie venom points here, and if that goes up here, I will be a zombie. The problem is also, now always when I meet a zombie, I have to roll, and on a 5 or 6, this marker goes up 1. This happens when you've been bitten first by a zombie. Okay. So then we roll here on the extra wound chart. That's a 2. Oh, see. Narrow miss. You are not wounded. That is great, because that means this goes back and nothing happens. Awesome. Okay. So time goes on, and we have to do this again. He attacks again. 8 plus 6, it's a 14, so this time we're hopefully gonna do this. We have an 11, 8, yes. So we killed this guy too. And now it's the next one, it's this one. He's got another 8, and not to forget to go on with this. Okay, he attacks. Oh, that's bad. That's a 9. So that's a 17. Okay, we need a 7 to kill him. and no problems here. So until now we're pretty good actually. Now they're becoming stronger. This is number 9. Okay, it attacks. Oh god, this is a 10. So this zombie has got a 19, and I have an 11, so I need an 8 to make a draw, a 9 to kill him. And that's it, it's good, awesome, it's a 10, so I actually did it. And time moves on. So the next one attacks, it's again a 9. So this time it's a 7, this is not so bad. It's a 16, and I have to roll a 6 to kill him. And I made it. Perfect. And now we come to the best one. This is gonna be tough. This guy has got 11, so he's got the same as I have. He attacks, and let's find out. That's an 8. Well, so you know what I have to roll. And that's a 7. And this time it's bad. He hits, but again we can use our body armor. And if we're lucky, no, doesn't work. So now, actually, oh, I forgot to, yeah, I take 1 wound, but I forgot to put this up again after there was this narrow miss. So now I am at 4, and I'll take my first bite here of zombie venom. And then we roll again. Let's hope we're again lucky, but I'm not sure. No, we're not. This is an 11, and this is very bad. It says, Savage Cut, take 1 extra wound, no lucky shot this round. Okay, so we're down at 3 now. This is bad. And then the zombie attacks again. And he's got a 7. So now it's me. And that's a 3. Oh my god. Bad, bad, bad. So it goes down once more. And the zombie venom goes up. But I'm not gonna be a zombie, I'm gonna die pretty soon. I just have 2 life points left. Okay, so now we go here on the extra wound chart. A 7. That's no extra effects. Okay. So time goes on, and he attacks again. Oh, this time it's good. It's a 2, so he's just at 13. So now it's me, and yes, I did it. I killed him. Okay. They come back, so you got to shuffle them back into the wandering zombie deck. I'm not gonna do this now because I'm not sure if I will survive the next 1 or 2 turns, but when there is another wandering zombie, I will shuffle this first. So, time moves on. We draw another card. And that's a 6. Okay. And now, remember, because I've been bitten by a zombie, I have to roll first if I take some damage just from the presence of the zombie. So the venom might actually go up here. No, just on a 5 or 6. So now the zombie attacks. And that's a 12. And I have a strength of 11, so he is already dead. Time goes on. And we draw another card. And that's a Chaos Agent. Throwing Knife Expert. Before you do anything, roll a die. On a 5 or 6, he hits you for 1 wound. Okay, go straight into hand-to-hand combat. So he rolls the die, and that's a 2. He didn't hit me. The knife didn't hit me. And then he attacks. He's got an 8. Oh my god, this is a 10. So he's at 18. We need to roll a 7 to make a draw. And we did it. We killed him. So, time goes on. And that's dump. Take any one clothing card or a refill or... And this is a helmet. It says, zombies always bite for the head. While wearing this, you can't get venom infected no matter how often you are wounded. Well, this is bad. This is good. This is definitely good. So we don't have any problems with the venom. But I'm not sure... Yeah, no. No, I think, yeah, you don't have any problems with the venom. That's a good thing. But I guess if you meet them first and they don't hit you, but you can still take damage by the venom if you roll a 5 or 6. I guess this is just if you're wounded by a zombie, then you don't take an additional damage of venom. Okay, so we go on. A 14, and let's see. That's another zombie. So we roll for this venom effect. A 2, nothing happens. And then it attacks. And that's a 7. Okay, so it's a 15. We're probably gonna beat him. Yes, a 9. No problems here. So we go on, move on. A rat pack. If they bite, they cause 2 wounds. So if they kill us, if they bite us, we're dead. Well, I'm definitely not wanna die because of rats. But they just have a strength of 7, so let's see. That's a 3. Absolutely no trouble, I don't even have to roll here. So let's go on. Another zombie. Okay. First we go for the venom effect. That's a 4, nothing happens. And then he attacks. A 4. No problems here. And let's do it again. So as you can see, the game is really simple. It's just dice rolling. But I think it's quite some fun actually. And let's see how long we can do this. This is weak floorboards. Test your reflexes. If you fall through. Okay. First we test the reflexes, but we're very good, so I hope nothing will happen here. A 9, no problems here. Time goes on. And that's another zombie. And, well, the zombie rolled an 11, so this could be actually dangerous. Because that's a 18, and so I need a 7 for a draw. No problem, I have also an 11. I forgot to roll for the venom influence. A 3, no problem. That's a mutant thing again. 10, it's not so bad. Take 1 die of radiation damage before you fight. Okay, so we roll here. A 3. So now radiation goes up. But that's not a big problem at the moment. So now it attacks. 17. We need a 6 or higher. Oh my god, this is a 5. So this is just a 16. So we take 1 more damage. And now, if this mutant thing hits again, we're dead. First, we go on here, and oh, we forgot to roll here on the extra wound chart. We have to do this. That's a 10. This is bad. It says floored, -3 hand-to-hand next round only. No lucky shot this round or escape in the next. Well, this is gonna be a problem. I'm afraid we're facing dead. So this guy attacks. He's got a 10. Okay, that's it. An 11. So it's a 21. I got a -3, meaning I got 8 left. And even if I roll a 12, I can't do it anymore. So, well, I forgot actually the body armor. So if I'm lucky now, I can roll for that. If I roll a 5 or 6, the body armor takes the damage. So we'll see. Nope, that's a 3. We're dead. And the game is over. Okay, so time for a short review. Okay, you've seen that. I mean, it's basically just dice rolling. There are not many decisions to make. You could decide if you want to shoot something or not. But if you have such a bad marksmanship as I had, then that's really not an option, basically. So, after all, it's just dice rolling. And that's something I love about it. I mean, that's fun. It's a very fast game. You really run through this building, draw the cards, and, well, see what happens. It's a story that's been told. It's a bit like Dungeon Quest without the tiles. Yeah, so if you can get a copy and you like the luck-based solitaire games, then try it. See you.